We're actually cleaning the injectors off a 1.9 turbo diesel. Make sure you cover these holes. I didn't cover because they're sitting in the house, but you always want to cover where the fuel goes in and the injector. I'm just gonna take this out. Now, I'll show you how good this stuff really works. Try and adjust it. Oh man. Try not to get that stuff on your hand. No, still didn't work. Okay. Now he's gonna clean it, and then after that we're still gonna have to take it apart and make sure that it atomizes properly. But you can see it actually removes all the soot and carbon buildup by just leaving the injectors in the solution. See if I can show you guys the actual tips. Let's see, he's gonna hold it right here. I'm not sure exactly where I can do this. Right there, maybe not. I have to set the phone down because it shakes too much. Right there. Now you can see the holes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's clean from the outside, but we need to get the debris out from the inside now. So to do that, we have to take the actual injector apart, the tip. This is what I use to clean the injectors. You can pick this up at different store. I know one of them that has it. That's actually a very good price. I don't like to give out names, but since it's pretty much everywhere, you might as well pick it up from there for an awesome deal. Walmart has it. Again, I'm not a Walmart fan, but when I searched Google, this is what came up for roughly $19. You can get this also in AutoZone, actually at $27. So whichever one's closer. This stuff actually will clean injectors very good. Also carburetor and other parts that have carbon built on them. EGR. Make sure you put the EGR, since right here there's a basket. Okay. See the basket right here. Make sure you don't dip the whole EGR, just the carbon part in it. Leave the motor out from the solution, otherwise it will get inside of it and damage it. Now we're going to take the tip off the injector apart. Okay, I got it clamped onto the vise. Me, since I took this injector apart several times, I don't really care, but I want to use the aluminum on both sides so you don't damage the or put scratches on your injector. Anyways, that's clamped down, and now we're gonna use a 15 millimeter. Set this on here. Let's crack it open. It's pretty tight. You can see he's almost got his whole force on it, and these are only, not even sure, 20. So that was more like 60 foot-pounds, which is not supposed to be that much. Now, be very careful when you do take this apart. So, see, if you look right here, there's carbon right there on top. See that as you're opening it? So now with a brush you want to clean that off. I know they tell you not to put your finger on the tip. It doesn't matter. People say it works all the time, since we're gonna clean it from the inside. So you want to put your finger on the tip. Open this up. It's very important to have your finger on the tip. I'll show you why. Sometimes you can get away by not putting your finger on the tip, but you have to have a very steady hand. Okay. Now I need two hands here, one to hold on it on the tip and to raise this up. And when you take this out, be very gentle with this piece right here. This piece actually can be removed. You don't want to mess with that. Here is the actual tip. Then we're gonna check to make sure that it atomizes properly before we reinstall it. Alright, the pin did not want to come out, so you use a magnet. We set this on. You might want to put a napkin over it, like this. Put a napkin and then gently set that on. See right now, oops, the needle did come out, but before it didn't want to come out, so we use a magnet to pull the needle out. That needle is supposed to come out freely without a magnet. If it doesn't, that means it's got some debris in there, which you can see over there is a little bit dirty. And that's the reason why we took that apart, to make sure that it's clean inside. Okay, now that the needle's out, we're gonna use some brake cleaner. So it shows right here, brake cleaner. Need a straw, and we're gonna put the straw in the needle nose, and then by atomizing it or squeezing the trigger, it should atomize 5 patterns. I think it's all 5. I was actually looking through the screen, I didn't see correctly, but let's double check. Actually, one is not working, so we got one that's not working. So I have to use probably air to see if we can blow that out. If not, we have to use a super small fine needle to clean the tip hole. Okay, now with the air, just gonna blow gentle on the hole and make sure that, to see if it'll clean it. Now 2 are stuck, so we definitely got dirt in there. So we're only atomizing through 3 instead of 5. So you can see we're using a small wire to clean the hole from the injector tip. So that's actually going right through, but we got a couple that just doesn't want to go through. Just gonna have to keep on doing that till they actually are cleaned through. So one was definitely clogged because we couldn't put the wire through the hole, so definitely this takes a while, but it's pretty much the only way that I can properly clean it, even though I had it on a solution for 2 days. It just simply clogged the holes, 2 of them. You can see that one just doesn't want to go through. Now sometimes the wire is going to get damaged, so we have to replace it, which we have plenty of wire since we're using a brush. Here's the brush that we're using. It's just a fine brush. And we just rip a line from it and a communal wire, and we use that on vice grip to hold it in so we can clean the tip. I'm going to show you now how it is after they're cleaned. So you can see all 5. Is it 5 or 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm going to double check and make sure that there is 5 and not 6, because these tips are bigger. They're aftermarket, so I'm going to double check to make sure it doesn't have 6 patterns. Sometimes there's a 6 pattern and I just forgot. Okay, now this is up close of the injector tip. You can see right here I marked it with a marker. And I can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's 5 holes actually, because we count this with the marker. So now you can see them. And one's taller and they start going down, but when you put it back on the injector, it only goes in one way. So we'll show you that too. I'm just gonna set the needle back in. You could use a little oil if you like, or diesel. Make sure your hands are very clean when you put the needle in. If it does want to go in, so like right now it's not going in properly, then it still has some carbon buildup. Oh, there it goes. It must go in freely and all the way down. There. Now we'll show you how easy a needle comes out after it's cleaned and how it's supposed to come out. See that? It just comes out freely. Okay. And then it should go back in same way. Problem with this one, it has a little bit, it's magnetized since I use a magnet. So let's hope that's not going to affect nothing. Alright, before you put the injector back on, it only goes in one way. So to do this, you see it's got 3 holes on the injector nozzle. That bottom hole would have to go where the hole is, right in there. And then the other 2 would align onto the tip. Those 2 nipples. So this is actually your fuel pressure right there. Or maybe that's a fuel return, I'm not sure which one, but either or, make sure there's no dirt in there when you install this. So we're just gonna clean it again, make sure it's nice and clean. If you think you have dirt or the fuel line goes through, another way that you can probably clean this that might work, use the brake cleaner. Remember that hole that I was showing you right here on top? There's only one hole. You put the straw over it, and when you put the straw over it and you squeeze, it should push through the bottom. You can see it right there, and that will take, if you think there's any dirt in there, it should take that out. There's the tip that I was telling you, the hole right there. We gotta put the straw in or over it. Make sure you clean the cap that goes over the injector nozzle before you do the final torque down. Again, before installation, make sure your hands are cleaned. No dirt falls in there. Make sure you hold the needle down so it doesn't move. Otherwise you're gonna torque it down not properly and you'll damage the needle. Tying it to 33 foot-pounds. And that's it. Ready to be installed. Thanks for watching.